badly, is affecting your performance, is affecting your physique,
Right.
is affecting your lifestyle. Your body is reacting, your physical body as well as physiology inside.
Distress is something that we can relate to sorrow because it
Yes.
causes pain.
See, stress can be related to any of these events in life. It could be sorrow, I've lost my relation, or I've lost my dog, or anything, or I lost my friendship, anything, or something has happened in this, or I've lost financially, I've lost in business. All these are stressors, all these impulses, or the impulses could be imaginary. Okay, I have a fear, I'm going to fail in my exam. That fear itself is a very, very negative stress. Oh, I'll go there, suppose something happens, I'm walking on the road. You have seen these little senior people walking on the road, I might fall down. Oh,
I think that comes because they don't have confidence.
imaginary. These are
Yeah.
responses to imaginary happening. Either the things have happened or events, both psychological events as well as physical or physiological events, or the events could also be plain imaginary. You imagine, na माझे सदाच वाईट जाता. Okay. And when you imagine these, you are completely responding in a negative way.
You had last time I think you had mentioned about affirmations.
Right.
So I think this exactly relates to that.
Absolutely. Affirmations is what? Suppose I know I have this sort of tendency.
Right.
Then na vikire karta, I don't remember. I want to do something. Then I write it down so that I'm able to see it all the time. I have affirmations. In my room there are affirmations. I just write it. I need to be like this. Okay. So when you keep on seeing it constantly, an affirmation which is there in front of you, anytime you go you see that. You use various measures to you use, even on these people use affirmations, isn't it? Even on your glass, on anything you use affirmation, something positive that you want to do, you write it, and so that you see it all the time. Now two things happen with this. You are reminding yourself that, and you are going into affirmation should be positive. That's the most important thing. You are reminding yourself of that positive thought all the time. And go to our first initial lectures, law of attraction.
Right.
And I'm telling you, if you really believe into that affirmation that you have, it has happened. Suppose I have an affirmation that I want to stand first into this exam. So I keep an affirmation, I am going to stand first into this exam. All the time it is there. And when that is there, my study also goes on the similar line. And I'm telling you, the law of attraction also will work there. And you end up standing first in the exam. Very simple. I want to create this sort of project in my life. Amount of involvement that you have into that project. Even when you're sleeping, you're thinking of that project. So the mind is preoccupied totally with that project. And when you are enjoying that, you have to enjoy it. You must not create a stress there. Oh, I will have labor problem, I'll have this problem, I'll have financial problem. Then it is lost. If you say, no, I will have nothing, this is my project, this is going to happen, the whole picture is right in front of my eyes, I can see how beautifully the project is working, I can see how much money I am earning, I can see how much appreciation I am getting into the society.
And even if there are hurdles, then I will find a solution.
The hurdles disappear, the nature finds a solution for you. Okay. It is not only you, the nature will find, your universe is so strong. You're putting your thoughts all the time in the universe, and the thoughts are attracting similar action. And the nature finds the way and keeps it so smoothly that every difficulty, you won't even know that you had so many difficulty. And at the end of the project, I have seen people using the word, Devan Korun Getle Marete.
Right.
See, many difficulties which, if you imagine, if these are the difficulties, how did it happen? It happened in time. I could generate money. I didn't have money, but somehow the money came in at that time. People came in. Those who were not helping also helped me at that time. I got all the workers at that time, which is so difficult to otherwise to get. So you get all these things when it is totally inside your mind, and when you are enjoying the making of it. This has happened and you are enjoying. You are almost sitting there seeing that the whole project is working very, very smoothly. The nature will work for you. The nature will see that, put all these difficulties down, and your project will go absolutely smoothly. This is science I'm talking, okay? I'm not talking any the other thing. This is pure science when you think of the science at nanotechnology and down there, okay?
Yes.
We have seen how it works.
We have discussed about this.
We have seen how it works when we work it at that level of atom. The way atom moves. So everything, every part of our thoughts is a live thing. Our thought also travels, I've told you, in a proper wavelength, and it attracts a similar thing, and your things happen.
There are so many things that you have mentioned that brings in stress. Like there are some questions that we ask ourselves, and believe in those negative questions. So
like I've lost my father. It is obviously becomes a stress. Okay, and we as doctors give some marks also to all this 40-50 stress. We say okay, and that's why you are stressful. But I put it little differently. It is the way I respond to that. I have lost my father. Say he's 99-year-old. I would celebrate it. That or say 100 years old, and I've lost him at the age of 100 years. I would say, yes, my father lived for 100 years. He was such a great man. He has given me good genes. So it is the response, the way we respond to that. That's the reason why we talked about keeping the brain active and using your positive attitude to fight this out. And if you take all these events in a normal way, in a positive way, and I'm sure all these events, the eustress, the distress can be made into eustress. Beautiful example these days when you're watching the cricket matches. Everybody is watching cricket matches. You find, okay, this batsman, oh, he gave such a simple catch. In the last two balls, he has 4 runs to score. He would have easily scored, but he gives a catch like this and goes. What does it happen? So the stress which was there on his, he took it in a distress way, and he makes a mistake. While there are sometimes one ball is there and he needs a sixer. The man is not capable of hitting 6, but he knows he needs 6 runs, and he comes, hits a 6, and then the last ball and goes. You have seen so many examples. Why? Because he has enjoyed that stress. I am going for the last ball. We need 6 runs. I am going to 6.
The stress that we have mentioned here is the stress of work or performance. But then there are stress of some incidences in your life, like you have said, losing your loved ones, or maybe some kind of which results into distress. Now, I think this distress takes time to get converted into eustress.
Depends upon, and that's exactly what I want people to cut down their time as much as possible. Okay?
Now, the performance-related stress is something that we have to work on with affirmations and all that, which is very quite we can
here
understand.
Also, I wouldn't like my observers even to go into, once something has happened, first thing, accept it. If anything that goes wrong in your life, anything, the moment you accept it, the distress becomes eustress. The first thing is acceptance. There's one simple word. Somewhere in my office there is one big word written. Only one word I've written. Acceptance. Okay, something goes wrong. First thing is accept it. The moment you have accepted, you have told yourself, well, I can do this. Then automatically that stress of an event that happened, a bad event that happened into your life, starts coming down in a different way. Because when the stress is, when you are in a distress, all the hormones and enzymes in the body are much different than when it is in a eustress. That's why you act totally differently into this. When you are in a distress, you will fall sick, heart will start palpitating, you will even get heart attack, BP will shoot up, you get tremors, okay, and you tend to get all sorts of diseases, stomach ulcers, okay, cancers are also related to that, strokes are related to that. You have seen, you give a bad news to somebody.
Stress is a common cause of all the ailments.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is how you have reacted to this problem. It is how we have reacted. That's why one word I would say is acceptance. There are many more like this if you go. But even if you remember one word today, no, whatever happens in my life, first I'm going to accept it, then think over it. Then you have a time.
And then give yourself some time.
Then you have a time to analyze yourself.
Okay. So beautiful, you know, because stress is something that everybody even enjoys expressing.
Yes.
You know, I'm stressed is kind of a tagline for everyone. Well, विषय असो भरपूर असा, कारण stress is something that we carry on throughout our lives. The only thing is that we should build ourselves up to resist this stress in the life. वेल ह्याबद्दल आमी खूप उलोवपाची आसात, हाज्याबद्दल खूप चर्चाय करपाची आसात, पण वेळ जाल्ल्या कारणान म्हाका तुमचो निरोप घेवचो पडटा, डॉक्टर तुमचो निरोप घेवचो पडटा. द डिस्कशन वील गो ऑन टील वी मीट नेक्स्ट टायम. परत मेळुया फुडल्या शुक्रारा रातचे 10 वरांचेर ऑन प्रुडंट मिडिया. टील देन कीप वॉचिंग अलर्ट, एक्टिव एंड अलाइव एट 100. धन्यवाद.